Welcome to the world of Rod's Tabletop Hoops. Today is going to be a play-by-play, step-by-step version of Hoops Tabletop Pro Basketball, created by Mark Vecellio and his brother Andy way back in 2013 is when it was copyrighted, but I'm sure they put plenty of years of research into it prior to bringing it to the public. This sample game is from 2018-2019. It's a modern season in my world. I'm usually playing stuff that occurred prior to the year 2000. But anyway, we're going to start off with looking at the game parts to Hoops Tabletop Pro Basketball. And the first thing you can notice right there on our tight footprint here are the game cards. Now, this game cards, these are basically, 3.5 by 4 inch cards. You can see they are equipped with an inside shooting column, an outside shooting column, a fast break column, a defensive column, and plenty of ratings, including offensive rebound rating, defensive rebound rating, a few statistics from the regular league, 7.5 points, 3 rebounds, 1.8 assists for Iman Shumpert, and the position he plays primarily, and alternate positions he can play. Now, players are rated for almost everything, from assists, steals, and blocks to three-pointers, field goal attempts, free throws, everything that occurred in an NBA game. It is in the statistical processes of Mark Vecellio. So, pretty cool game. We'll get into the cards a little more closely. These are the pre-printed cards that are cut for you. You don't have to tear anything out. They are already cut. They are mostly highlighted with color. Not every season has that because he's been around for a long time. He's kind of upgraded the seasons as we go along. Actually, there's a D rating right here for James Harden and 1.15 defense. Now he goes with actual ratings, which might be average or fair or excellent or good. James Harden, in my book, probably would get a fair defense, nothing more. He kind of likes to slough off on the defensive end so he can score. But in this particular season in 2019, James Harden was a majority of the Houston Rockets offense. He averaged 36.1 points per game. And so that'll be interesting to see. This is also Chris Paul, his short time in Houston. He did miss 24 games this year, but I'm going to play him in this particular game. Prior to moving on, I want to take a look at the PDF version of the cards because every season of Hoops comes in both PDF and printed versions. And you'll notice a little bit of a difference here with like a guy like Mark Bryan of Portland from 92. You print out the PDF and it kind of has a little larger font. The information extends a little bit to the border of the card a little bit more. So there's your difference right there. I mean, you can see James Harden, nice and clear, full color. You could get color, obviously, if you wanted to spend that extra money at your local print shop or if you have a nice color laser printer, but I wouldn't advise it. It's a lot of wasted ink because there's not that much color on these cards. They're mostly black and white. But if you need to see something a little bit better, Danny Ainge, for instance, that is the benefit of the printed copy. Obviously, the PDFs are much cheaper than the printed, but I almost feel like the work it takes to print out 200 or 300 or more cards and cut them and do all that work, it's almost not worth it, even though I've done it in the past, obviously. So that's what the PDF version looks like. In addition, this game comes with about a 10 or 11 page instruction booklet. Looks a little bit like this. It just talks about a little greeting here, and it goes page by page through the booklet. And it's pretty self-explanatory. It may take a little while for people who are not familiar with hoops to play a game with these type of rules and these type of cards. There's also kind of a quick reference card here. This helps you with the identifying, what's on the fast action cards, play action cards, whatever you want to call them. Talks about both sides of the card as well. In addition, there is a no dice supplemental instructions, and that is included with the game. There are actually 4 extra cards on this fast action card deck that trigger the no dice version. I have not played the no dice version, so you can always take a look at that, but you can, there's obviously automatic dice rolls on these cards that I don't use. The game typically just takes 2 dice to play, so that's very simple. This game is available at the ASG Games website, and you can go to the downloads. You can find little things like this. This game doesn't really concern itself with charts, but there's a buzzer chart here. Unusual play chart there. More recent charts, there's some slow down offenses, push the ball, slow, different intentional foul rules. Oh, there's a block shot chart you can download. There's a rebound chart. All kinds of little extra charts if you're into charts. I generally don't use these too much because it just kind of, it slows down the game slightly. I was also going to say the original game comes with, the printed game comes with the Hoops Pro Basketball game clock. My only issue with this thing is that it is too big for my footprint. I don't like having a chart this big, so what I did is I actually scanned it over here, and I put it in my inkjet printer, printed it out to a fraction of this size. But it is definitely a usable chart, not an issue, but I like something smaller. So now that we've taken a look at the game parts, let's take a look at the fast action cards a little bit. Basically, this is a flip over card game, and what you're going to do is you're going to say, you flip over a card and say the Warriors have the ball. It'll go to the power forward. Players are listed as small forward, power forward, center, point guard, and shooting guard. So your power forward, say, is Kevin Durant. By the way, Kevin Durant's offensive rebound rating is 0. That's obviously the lowest rating you could ever have for a power forward in today's NBA. So anyway, so it says Kevin Durant, but the other side of the card you read is the defense. So it's going to be Kevin Durant, but you're going to be using PJ Tucker's defensive column. And you roll the die, and it's a 9, and there's a blank spot there. That simply means there is a miss. Now, the great part about this, you don't even have to turn another card to grab the rebound. You look right below your defense that you just read, and it says rebound offensive center. And the offensive center is DeMarcus Cousins. And when you grab an offensive rebound, you have the option to go straight up with a shot. And so if you want to do that, you use his inside column. DeMarcus Cousins goes up 8, and it says turnover. So you resume play, and the Rockets have the ball. So we'll get into this game. Rockets versus Warriors. The Warriors made it all the way to the NBA Finals. This is a game where, the Warriors looked like they were, on the track for another championship, but they ran into the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors ended up running Kawhi Leonard, did a fabulous job, and the team from Canada won the championship. So Houston, by chance, they won over 50 games. I think they won 53. Warriors won like 57. But Houston's kind of heavy on their guards. They got James Harden and Chris Paul. They have Eric Gordon at 16 points a game off the bench. So these teams are quite different. Warriors spread the ball around a little bit more. Of course, it's kind of a dream lineup with Durant, Curry, and Klay Thompson splashing down threes. A little side note to that, I'm in the process of reading this book. I'm about 120 pages in. The book's called Beta Ball, How Silicon Valley and Science Built One of the Greatest Basketball Teams in History. The cool part, this Eric Malinowski, he's a good writer, and it sounds like he's a little bit younger. He is aware of the past history of NBA, but he's not entirely clear. The only time that I really caught him in his wits is he talked about the Warriors hiring Jerry West as a consultant / semi-GM kind of guy. And Jerry, the logo, everybody knows who he is. Malinowski said, and Jerry West made 5 all-defensive teams in his career. Well, Jerry West played 14 years, and there were only 6 seasons in which they actually kept an awarded all defensive first and second team. So West was on the all first team 5 of his 6 years. The only year he wasn't was when he was injured in his final season. So basically West was all defensive team 5 times in 6 years, not 5 times in 14 years. 5 times in 6 available. It's kind of like Bill Russell only made 1 or 2 all defensive teams because they didn't have it back in the till the last couple of years of the 1960s. So anyway, but this book's pretty good. You'd think it would be a quite obvious thing. This history doesn't go back very far, but it's interesting talking about the management hires, the history, like right after Rick Barry and the Warriors won the championship in 75, and he left in 78, things started to crumble. And there were some management issues, there were some personnel issues, there were some player issues, and the book is quite fascinating, the little step-by-step process in which they got a brand new owner and made the shrewd draft picks to get some of the players that they did, including the ones that are in this game. So I look forward to reading the rest of it. So let's get into some step-by-step gameplay. Hoops Tabletop Pro Basketball. The jump ball. I'm trying to make this so you barely have to read the instruction manual to understand how this game is played. And I'm gonna put this card secretly back in the middle here. A jump ball. That's where you start. First, you select your lineups, and I put them in small forward, power forward, center, point guard, and shooting guard positions, and you match all the players up. That's very simple to do. You set up your game clock with a little chip, if you like, and you go for a jump ball. Now, the jump ball, basically they say the player with the highest offensive rebounding on either team gets a point toward the jump ball. And I see a 20 on Clint Capella. There's a 9 on DeMarcus, and there's only a 5 on Draymond. I don't think the Warriors were that great an offensive rebound team. So Capella will have a +1 advantage on the jump ball. You roll and you get a 3. You get a 3, so Capella wins 4-3. So you give the jump ball to the Rockets of 2019, and this is where we get started. You have basically 70 cards per quarter. This is a 140 card deck right here. So you can basically play the entire first half of basketball utilizing this one deck of cards. Some people, they like to shuffle after every deck, but I just kind of play on through. So we're going to play a few minutes of this, see how it goes. We know the Rockets have the ball. You got to provide your own ball marker, your own dice. Those things are not included with the game. So anyway, here we go. Oops. And it's going to go. Clock move, small forward defense. So the small forward is Iman Shumpert, and I looked at the stats. I could not find a better small forward for the Rockets. Maybe I should have started Gerald Green or something. But anyway, there are 12 players per team. I'll just give you a quick look before we even do that. These are the 7 backups for the Warriors. Every team, if 7 backups are available, you're going to have 12-man rosters. And sometimes that resonates okay with some people. Sometimes that's not. People like to have every player created, which kind of rare in pro basketball games, with the exception of Joe Bryan and his bank shot game. So anyway, small forward, Shumpert, it says the defender. So all we're doing is reading the tops of the cards. The defender is Draymond Green, defensive column, and that's an 11. Steal, it says 11, steal, FB. Simple enough. Turnover, Shumpert. And I'm going to keep score of this game, so it might take me an extra second. Now, it says steal FB. FB means fast break. What do? You do not flip a card. You just look at the fast break section on card 1 here, and this is fast break power forward, which means Kevin Durant's free on the fast break. You roll a 12, you look at his fast break column, and there's a blank spot. Blank spot's a miss. So the Warriors are 0 for 1, and you look for the rebound, you still don't turn a card. It says defensive shooting guard rebounds, and that is James Harden. He grabs the rebound, and look what it says after that. It says shooting guard dash fast break. So that opens up another fast break, and from what I can tell in the rules, you just stick with the same card. It says fast break power forward. We're going to go this time with PJ Tucker's fast break column, which has a bunch of P's, which is basically a pass of the ball. 3P pass. So now you finally, turn a card. And this is an interesting reference. It says 3 or greater. There are players on offense that get the ball more, go-to guys, that type of thing. And in many games, Stratomatic, Replay Basketball, they have kind of go-to numbers. And so that means anyone with a rating of 3 or higher on their offensive card, and that for the Rockets would be Paul, who has a 4, and Harden, who has a 9. So what I'm going to do on this, you can pick if you like. If you want to pick your own go-to guy. But what I'm going to do, because Harden gets the ball twice as much, I'm going to say Chris Paul 1 to 2, Harden 3 to 6. 1 to 2, it's going to go to Chris Paul. And Chris Paul is going to be on the defensive card. That's Stephen Curry. Curry, defensive column. That's an 8. And it's a 3-point attempt. So that means he gets to shoot a 3-point attempt on Stephen Curry's defensive 3-point column, and it's right here, the D3 right below. Nothing difficult to find, and he makes it on 2 to 5 and 10. So Paul's lining up the 3, and it's a 7, so he misses. And playing this modern game today, I know I'm going to have a lot of 3-point attempts. I know Houston is one of the top 3-point attempt shooting teams as far as volume of threes taken. So, anyway, that's a missed 3 by Paul. You go to the rebound, defensive center. Another fast break's going to occur. Rebound, DeMarcus Cousins. And they're going to go fast breaking. Fast break is the shooting guard. You don't have to look at anything. It kind of flows that way. Klay Thompson, fast break. 5P, they're just going to pass. So, play moves on. Every time I turn the card, I move the clock. Center, offense 10. So, DeMarcus Cousins, you see a 1 to 5, that's inside. Outside is 6 to 10. He's going to shoot an outside shot based on where he got the ball. So outside jumper by Cousins, 7. There's a miss right there. Cousins, no good. How do we find the rebound? It's right there on the card. Lowest of offensive center, power forward +2 versus defensive power forward. What an unusual rebound battle we have here. Defensive power forward rebound is 13. Lowest of offensive center, power forward +2 dice. Well, the lowest is Kevin Durant, 0. Even if I add 2 dice and roll them, I would get only as high as a 12, and PJ Tucker has a 13. So that was a missed opportunity. If Kevin Durant knew how to rebound on the offensive glass, he would have had it, but the rebound will go to PJ Tucker of Houston. So play moves as normal. Just keep moving. Got a 9 or better. James Harden is the only guy in the lineup with a 9 because he averaged 36 points a game. So he's going to get the ball here. If no one had qualified, if there was no 9s, guys with at least a 9 in the lineup, that would rule as a pass. You flip a card and you move the clock just to catch you up on that. But this is going to be James Harden gunning over Klay Thompson's defensive column, and that's a 7. And that's a 3-point attempt. Klay's 3-point defense is very good. You can see that, 2 to 4 and 12. Not as, James makes it 2 to 5 and 10 on his offensive card, but we're going to use this defense. Klay Thompson, but it doesn't seem to matter. 3 ball is good by James Harden. And the Rockets are on the board just like that. You check for an assist on that type of play. Right here, point guard 28 or better. Or 28 is the highest, at least 28. That's going to be Chris Paul because he has an assist rating of 28. Now, for me, I do that naturally, but I still think after a couple games that'd be pretty easy to figure out. Let's move along and see if the Warriors can get on the board. We got ourselves with small forward, Draymond Green. He's kind of beefier than Kevin Durant. He just isn't as tall, so they kind of put him in the small forward slot. And he's an offense 8, which means an outside shot for Draymond. And that's a 12, another miss for the Warriors. And you look at the rebound card, it says team rebound home. So an offensive team rebound goes to the Warriors, and you just take the ball out. Point guard defense. It's going to be Steph Curry Defender is Chris Paul, though, so it's going to be a guy who's among the steal leaders of all time. And a 7. I called it steal by Chris Paul from Curry. And whenever you have a steal in hoops, it leads to a fast break. You can see there's an FB right next to Chris Paul's number there. And so what we got here, the fast break is the point guard. Paul's going to try and take it all the way. That's a 6. It's a P. He will pass to the center. And the center offense 10. Capella. Offense is 10. It's only a chance to shoot an outside shot. And as you can see on this column, he can't make a shot on his outside. I got a 9. He passed. That was probably the better thing. And then we go off 10 or higher. That's a rare high number. That's even higher than Harden. So that means we're going to have to pass the ball from there. Point guard offense 10. And that's going to be Chris Paul from outside. 8, 3-point attempt. And he's got his 3-point range right there. So a 3-point attempt by Paul. 5, it's good. Chris Paul drills it. And the Rockets are off to a strong start, assisted by James Harden on the play. You can see shooting guard 5 or more. If the player who scored had been the shooting guard, you go center 5 or more. So it's just as simple as that. Warriors are coming back down, shaking their heads. They have not been able to score. 9 or better, that's just not going to happen. So they got a 4 and a 7. Oh, 9. I'm sorry, I take that back. DeMarcus Cousins is right here. That shocked me. Oh, there's a 10 in Durant. I guess we're all good. So Cousins, Durant. I'll go 1 to 3 Durant, 4 to 6 Cousins. It's going to be Durant. And Durant offense 2 inside shot for Kevin. That's a 6. Foul. Now you can either assign that foul to the defender, PJ Tucker. You can look under the offensive card and do the random assignment, foul to assign shooting guard, and that would be James Harden, and that's who I'm going to give the foul to. Just develop your own rule and be consistent with it. So Kevin Durant's going to go to the line for 2 shots. The free throws are very easy to do. Free throw 2 to 9 and 11. That is his range. And there's a 4. And there's a 3. 2 free throws good by Kevin Durant, and the Warriors are on the board despite not making a field goal yet. 6 to 2. Ball goes back to the Houston Rockets. Shooting guard. That's Harden. The defender is Clay. So you're using Clay's defense one more time. That's an 8. That's a miss. Good defense. This time by Clay after giving up that 3-pointer before. Rebound. Offensive power forward greater than 11. And that's not going to happen. Not a lot of good offensive rebounding in 2019. Defensive power forward, Kevin Durant with the board. There's a lot of good rebound battles in this game. I do like that. You just go small forward defense, move the clock. Small forward is going to be Draymond Green. Defender is Shumpert. 6, foul 1. So that's a 1-shot foul on Shumpert. And I'm going to pronounce his name different every time I see his card. And that is the second team foul on Houston. And Warriors retain possession, so all you do is go power forward defense. Kevin Durant, Tucker's defender's card. That's a 10. That's a basket. KD with the basket on Tucker, and KD is doing all the offense for the Warriors. Assisted by point guard 17. And Curry is a 19. Another interesting thing on these cards, I'll call a quick timeout here, is as you see on Curry's card, it says assist 19, but there's a 3-point section right behind it. What that means is if someone else had gotten a natural assist, like say DeMarcus Cousins here with his assist on 7, he gets an assist, and the points are awarded to Curry. You roll a random die to see who gets the points. And if it went to Curry, you'd not just give him a 2-pointer, you'd give him a 3-point basket. So that's just a way to keep up with the volume of 3-point shooting in Hoops Tabletop Pro Basketball here. It's just one of those things. There's so many shots taken that Mark has had to result. He says Andy came up with that idea for his college game, CB2K, in an effort to keep up with the amount of three-point shooting that actually occurs in college and pro basketball in this day and age. So anyhow, shooting guard for Houston. That's James, and it's a 6, so it's going to be offense 6 right there. Hope you're following right along. And James got a lot of chances to shoot a three-point attempt. And I got a 5. That's a three-point attempt. 2 to 5 and 10. It's good. It's no good. So we've got the 3-ball flying today. Rebound, defensive power forward fast break. That's going to be KD, Kevin Durant. You can see this game is pretty self-explanatory. Fast break, right on the card, point guard. Fast break column for Stephen Curry. 7, draws the foul, foul defender. So I'm looking at the foul to assign. It's going to be on Chris Paul. 2 shots for Curry. And he's 2 to 10, which is darn good. He makes them both. Warriors storm back, and it is 6-6. Ball goes over to Houston. Power forward. And that's going to be the defender's card. P.J. Tucker on Durant. That's a 7. That's a three-point attempt. And you got to use the three-point defensive Durant for P.J. Tucker. Yeah, he does have a 3 of 0. Wow. Which means he can actually shoot it. You see that P right there? If it had said he's got a 2D because he doesn't shoot much, but if he had a 3D there, he would not have been able to shoot that 3. It would have been a pass. But because of the three-point attempt on Durant's card, it is doable. The 0 just means that he made a very low percentage of three-pointers, and most of them in this game will come off a defender's card. So this is his chance. 2 to 5 and 12, and it's good. Got a 4. P.J. Tucker hits the 3-ball, and it's 9 to 6. All points scored on threes for Houston so far. This is center 21, and he's a 6, so that does not occur. Back to the Warriors. Center, DeMarcus Cousins. I usually don't have to use a ball marker in this game. It flows so quickly and fast. So this is for demonstration. Center defense, and that is Capella, and that's a 3. And the 3 means a steal and a fast break. And so a steal, turnover to Marcus. Steal Capella. Fast break, you just look at the play action card, fast action card. It's the point guard Chris Paul on his fast break column. And that's a 6, and that's a P. So they just set it up. Move the clock. Point guard defense, it's Chris Paul over Curry. Curry defending the play. And that's a 10. Missed shot for Paul. Rebound, defensive center fast break. Automatic rebound for DeMarcus Cousins. Warriors trying to come back. The fast break, point guard, Curry. That's a 7. Draws another foul. It's on the defender. It's Chris Paul's second. Curry's going to go back to the line for 2. He's pretty much automatic. And that one's good. He's 2 to 10. And good. Steph Curry makes both free throws. And it's 9 to 8 in this game. We're just under 3 minutes in. Ball goes to the power forward. That is P.J. Tucker. And P.J. is going to have an offensive 2. He's got a 1 on the inside, 2 to 10 on the outside. So he's not much of a driver to the hoop. That's what this card indicates. So we'll roll on P.J. And that's a 12. Look at that. A basket for P.J. Tucker. He's an offensive machine today. A man who averaged only 7.3 has 5 on 2 shots. Assist small forward 12. No. All right. Warriors come back. This is 1 or better. We got 4 guys that can be 1 or better. So I'm going to give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. because these guys have higher ratings. We're going to give it to Curry. Curry on the defender. Defender is Paul. And a foul one. Oh, I just got the third foul on Chris Paul. That's not good. There are methods for playing safe on defense, just to let you know. That is the 5th team foul. That gives Curry 2 free throws. Fortunately, the Rockets have a good, able backup in Eric Gordon. I'm not too worried about the foul trouble right at the moment. Free throw good. 11. I missed. I gave him the whammy. I didn't realize he was going to miss a free throw. So 5 for 6 from the line for Curry. And for rebounding missed free throws, there's no chart for that. It's right on the card. It says free throw, team rebound, offense, which gives the offensive rebound ball, probably ball knocked out of bounds, back to the Warriors. They have a chance to tie this game up or take the lead on a 3. And this is a 4. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys qualify. I'm going to do the same setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. It's going to give it to KD. But it's the defender's card of PJ Tucker. And that's a 6. That's going to be a pass. Power forward offense, 8. Back to Durant. Did I turn that clock? I better turn that clock. Power forward offense, 8. Whether I remember or not to turn the clock isn't totally vital, because once we're halfway through the deck, then we know we're done with a period. So here comes Durant. Offense 8's outside. It's a 4. It's a missed shot for KD. Rebound. Defensive shooting guard greater than 8. And Harden's a pretty good rebounder. 36 on the defensive board. Wow. So that's pretty good. James Harden with the board. And there's nothing else. No fast break or anything, but Houston has the ball. Hands the ball off to the point guard. That's Chris Paul. Offense 5. That's going to be his outside column. That's a 12. He's going to pass. Shooting guard. Offense 5. That's going to be James Harden. Simple instant results here. Let's see. 7 3-point attempt. It's 2 to 5 and 10. And he missed a 3 again. So Harden's missed 3 shots in a row. Rebounded by the team. Rebound home. Another team rebound for the home team. So that's kind of the built-in home court advantage in Hoops Tabletop Pro Basketball. Ball goes to the power forward. That's going to be Durant. Once again, the defender's card. And that's a 6. That's a pass. Center. Center's Cousins. Cousins, offense 5. It's an inside shot for DeMarcus. 6. He scores. DeMarcus Cousins ties it up at 11. Assist on the play, small forward 3. And we all know Draymond's a pretty good passer. It's 11-11. And here comes Houston. One or better. So it's one of these two guys. I'll go, like I said before, 1 to 4 Harden, 5, 6 Paul. Or 1 to 2 Paul, 3 to 6 Harden. Okay, James Harden with the defensive look up here on Klay Thompson. And that's a 4 on Klay. Klay with a BLK on 4. So that means he blocks the shot. So a miss by Harden. Block by Klay, who hasn't done much this game. That was his first entry into the scorebook. Now, what I'd like to do is try to get, I want to know if that ball is either blocked and in play or blocked and knocked out of bounds. So I'm going to go, this is a D10 roll right here. It's a 3. I usually say if it's a 1 to 3, that ball is blocked out of bounds and awarded to the Houston Rockets. And if it's 4 to 10, then I go for the rebound. So on this particular play, I'm going to give the Rockets the team rebound, and they will retain possession. Some players play it a little bit differently, but that's the way I like to go about it. I think there's a rebounding block shots chart I showed you earlier. You can use that as well, but I just prefer to do it that way because it's a little quicker, less time consuming. And so, back to Houston. 6 or better, and the only guy that qualifies is James, and it's an offense too, so James Harden inside. A 9 on the inside column is an assist. He's an assist on 3, 9, 11. So he's certainly a man with the ball at all times, dishing out assists. He was a pretty darn good player this season, and that's at least 2 points. But as I said earlier, see if the ball goes to Schumpert or Tucker, that is a 3-point basket. So we'll see what happens. I got my own 4-sided die here, so the 1 to 4 is going to be right here, and it's a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just a 2-pointer for Chris Paul, but it very easily could have been a 3-pointer. Rockets lead 13-11, and let's go. Warriors, they get the ball to the 4. We have, once again, 4 guys who qualify. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Let's go to Durant, offense 10. That's an outside shooting opportunity. That's a 10. And it says 3-point attempt. So you're going to use Kevin Durant's 3-point range of 2 to 5 and 10 on this 3 ball. 5, it's good. 3-pointer KD. KD ups his scoring total to 7 for the game. Warriors take the lead. Crowd goes crazy. Shooting guard 25, an assist, no. See, Clay's only a 9. So Clay's kind of not seeing the ball so much this first 6 minutes. That happens in both real-time basketball and in hoops. Shooting guard. Offense 10. That's going to be another outside attempt for Harden. And 11 is a missed shot right there for James. The rebound is going to go. Defensive small forward greater than 8. Easily. Draymond Green, a 21, pretty high for the small forward position. And let's see, no extra fast breaks or anything, so we just play ball. Point guard offense 8. Point guard offense 8. That is going to be Curry, and that's going to be a outside opportunity. 5, pass. Pass the ball to the center. It's going to be DeMarcus. Offense 4, inside shot 4, draws the foul. The foul is on the defender. So you could check the foul to assign one more time. It's Clint Capella. They're already in the penalty. 2 shots automatically anyway for DeMarcus. He's a 2 to 8 and 12. 9 will not fall. 2 will fall. Warriors have a 2-point lead in this tight game early on. Shooting guard, defense. James getting the ball a lot. 7. On Clay's card, the defender, 3-point attempt. And he only makes it on 2 to 4 and 12. Clay's a lockdown defender. And he almost made another one. But James misses his 3rd straight 3-point attempt. He's missed 6 straight shots. But that's what James will do once in a while. Rebound, defensive center, DeMarcus Cousins. And it says fast break. It's going to be the shooting guard. Here goes Clay. 4, he scores. Clay on the fast break. Right there, his fast break column. Warriors up 17-14. You look for an assist on the fast break as you would on a regular play. Power forward 9. And Durant is a 21, so give KD an assist. He's doing a little bit of everything. Warriors are up by 4, shooting 50% from the floor. Rockets hitting just 39% from the floor right now, but 43% from 3-point land, which is on point with that team. Goes to the center defender is DeMarcus. Not a bad defender, but not a power defender. 9, missed shot though. He forces Capella to miss the 2-point attempt. Rebounded by offensive small forward plus 4. That's 7. Defensive shooting guard. Clay has 10. Clay still grabs the rebound. Warriors in control at this moment. There's a 2. Once again, we got 4 guys. I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. We'll give it to KD. KD's defender is PJ. PJ 9. Another miss. No good by Kevin. Rebound, offensive small forward. That is Draymond Green. Draymond's going to go up, and when you go up on a missed shot, just go to the inside column and fire away. 10, basket. Draymond Green. Warriors up 19-13, getting close to the midway point of this period. Center, Clint Capella. Defender, DeMarcus Cousins. Blocked by DeMarcus. Capella's dumbfounded on that one. Blocked by DeMarcus. Once again, my 1 to D10 says a 2. So I'm just going to give that ball knocked out of bounds, awarded back to Houston. Swatted it out of bounds. Rockets the 6:09 mark. Shooting guard. They're feeding James still, even though Clay is locking him down. That's a 6. That's a pass. Power forward. PJ, defense will be the center. So DeMarcus, PJ's eluded Durant. He's coming in on DeMarcus. DeMarcus is defensive column 5. He scores. Wait, am I wrong? I am wrong, because PJ Tucker does not shoot many 2s. It's a 2D, which means in lieu of the basket, you go to the P. That means pass the ball. So that's a way to control the number of shots taken for the guys who are non-shooters in the league. So we're just going to keep the ball moving to the 5:48 mark. It goes to the point guard, and it's going to be Chris Paul, offense 4. This is outside shooting column for Chris Paul. That's a 9. That's an assist. Chris Paul with a great play, despite the 3 fouls. Snaps a little snafu there for the Rockets. They had not scored in a while. Basket goes to the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As if James Harden needs a little help, he gets it. So it's 19-15, midway through the first quarter. And let's see, 6 minutes in. Let's see if I want to make any substitutions. All right, substitutions made for the Houston Rockets. I took out Chris Paul and his 3 fouls, put in Eric Gordon, very serviceable, 16.2 a game, played a lot of games, and Paul was on the injured list. For the Warriors, I just made an instinctive decision to put the veteran Andre Iguodala in the game for Draymond. Draymond was just getting a little hot-headed, so it was time for him to take a break. No, actually, I just wanted to get a sub in so that I could put Draymond in early in the second quarter. So here come the Warriors. They are up by a whole 4 points in this game, shooting 50% from the floor, 100% from 3, and 80% from the line. Point guard defense. That's Stephen Curry over Harden. Harden moves to point guard. That's a 3-point attempt. Harden gives up 2 to 6, which isn't that great a defense. But Curry does not make the shot. Curry averaged 27 points a game that year. Rebound, defensive center greater than 16. Capella's got a 46 on the defensive glass. Easily clears that rebound. Ball goes to the point guard, offense 7. Point guard, offense 7, 3-point. That's the 3-point column basically for Harden. 5, that's a 3-point attempt. 2 to 5 and 10, it's good. And he misses. So Harden gunning, but not making many shots. Rebounded by the offensive center, power forward. Offensive center has a 20. That's the highest of those 2. Defensive center plus 3. DeMarcus Cousins easily grabs that board. Once again, another player that missed a lot of time for the Warriors. DeMarcus, his injury ratings 2 to 7 and 11. So he missed over half the season. And typically, if you want to play this game by the book or playing a season, you'd see this DNP up here, and you'd roll a pregame roll. And if I rolled 2 to 7 and 11, DeMarcus would have to sit out this game. You do that with all your players in the lineup. Like Clay's only got a 2 and 12, so he's not going to miss as many games. But that's how you control the number of games played by each player on a season. Here comes the Warrior offense. Shooting guard, it's going to be Clay. Offense 4, that's an outside Bomberoonie, it's a 7, missed by Clay. Well, at least he's shooting. He's 1 for 2 now. Clay, who averaged, 21.5 a game. Rebound, offensive small forward, offensive shooting guard, whoever's higher. Not the shooting guard, he's only got a 2. Offensive small forward, he's got a 5 versus the defensive small forward, 9. Schumpert with the rebound. Rockets go to the small forward, and that's going to be Eamon Schumpert. 6 outside shot. Offense 6 outside shot for Schumpert. 6 is a pass. Gets the ball to the center. That's Clint. Clint offense 10. Well, he's going to probably pass. Yep. You only get 3 of those. You get 3 passes. It's a 24-second violation. So let's see what happens here. Point guard defense. Okay, Curry can stop him. Can force him to pass. It'll be a 24-second call. We got a 7, and that's a steal. So a steal by Curry on the 3rd pass. Curry was a very good stealer for the time. Fast break opportunity. It's going to go to the power forward. It's going to go to Durant. And that's an 8. And that's an assist by KD. Kevin Durant. Great play. 21-15 Warriors. Basket on the play. It's one of the other players. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clay. And so the Warriors get offense a number of ways. From that big 3 set of scores, it's 21-15. Here comes Houston looking for answers. Power forward, offense 3. That's going to be PJ. 12, basket. I've done that twice. He has 7. He's nearly reached his 7.3 average. Rockets 21-17. Still behind, but they're still in the game. Shooting guard in the assist 6. And Gordon is an 8. So he will get the assist on the play. Warriors come back. 6 or better. Okay, Clay's out. So we're going to go, let's just do an even spread here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to go to KD. KD's offense is 3. That's an inside shot. 11. That's a basket. Kevin Durant pops it in. He's got 9 points for the Warriors. Golden State, assist point guard 26. No, Curry's only a 19. That's shooting point guard he is. Rockets 3 or better. So you got, nope. The only one 3 or better is James. So James, defender, is Curry. 4, pass. 4 or better. Once again, James Harden, defensive Curry one more time. And that's a 5. Curry with the foul. But it's just the first foul of the game on the Warriors, and that's just a 1-shot foul. Therefore, we're just going to play on small forward defense. Schumpert, defender, Iguodala. 5, 3-point attempt. Yes, he can shoot it, that's for sure. Schumpert, another guy with a very low 3-point percentage. So it'll be on Iguodala's defensive 3-point, which is 2 to 4 and 12, which isn't a great opportunity for Schumpert. 5, just missed it. Schumpert's first shot of the game. Rebound, offensive shooting guard or point guard greater than 12. Doubt it. Nope. Defensive shooting guard, point guard. I go with the high. And Curry's got a pretty good one at 20. Curry gets the ball down here to the power forward. KD, defender, is Tucker. And that's a 6. He's going to pass. Power forward offense 8. KD. That's from outside. 11. Scores again. Kevin Durant. Casually getting his double digits already with 11 points, assisted by shooting guard 16. No, not Clay. Down to 3:34 left. Shooting guard offense 1. That's an inside move for Eric Gordon. 7. Right down the middle. No good. Rebound. Any defensive rebounder greater than 25. DeMarcus is a 46. So he will grab the rebound. And that just gives provided in the game to show the elite rebounders, basically. Point guard defense. Stephen Curry. Over Harden, that's a 6. Three-point attempt. It's made 2-6 on the defense. It's good. Curry for 3. Curry now has 8 points. And the Warriors have their largest lead of 11 points. Houston needs some answers. They're relying a bit too much on James Harden, and James is just bricking. Oh, did I get the assist on that play? As a small forward 5. Yeah. Iguodala with the assist. So, shooting guard defense. That's Eric Gordon over Clay. 8. No good. Clay is locking people down right now. No one is scoring on him. I do like the defensive feel and fast break. Rebound. Any greater than 44. And once again, DeMarcus Cousins. That's DeMarcus. Someone like Russell Westbrook, I think, in this season has a 50. That's just to alert. Whatever position they're playing, they should grab the rebound on that particular play. And you can see how that would not be around if DeMarcus Cousins was injured. So this is a real treat for Golden State to have a rebounder as good as DeMarcus on the defensive glass. Here comes Klay Thompson. He's being guarded by the defensive center, though. He has eluded Gordon. He's being guarded by Capella. Capella's defensive column, 7, and that's a pass. And once again, we've got a defender's card. It's a small forward. Iguodala, defender's card. That's a 9. Three-point attempt. Yep, he can do a three-point attempt. A three-point attempt. It's 2-5 and 12 for Iguodala. And he's got it. Andre Iguodala comes off the bench, fires in a 3, and the Warriors are dominating. Assist power forward 6. Yes, KD. You can tell this team is very good when they are all healthy. Power forward. PJ Tucker, offense 3. Once again, he doesn't do much. But this time I roll a 2 and PJ Tucker scores. 9 points. He only averages 7. Assist center 10. No. So they needed that bucket. Got him back within 12 points. 2:32 left in the period. Power forward, KD. And that's an offense 9. And that's a three-point attempt for Kevin Durant. Are the points going to keep coming? No. Missed that one. KD getting plenty of attempts. Rebound defensive center. Capella. Second board, I'm sorry. Fast break opportunity, which is the shooting guard, which is Gordon. That's a 4. Three-point attempt on the fast break. Unfortunately, it's only 2-4 and 11. 11. It's good. Three-pointer on the fast break for Gordon. 31-22. I guess you're getting an assist on the fast break. Center 22. No. Back down to 2:21 left, small forward. That's going to be Iguodala, defensive center. On defense, that's a 9. But he's a 2D. Another player does not shoot much, so it's going to be a pass instead of a basket. Ball goes the shooting guard, offense 9. Clay's going to go on his outside column. That's a 6. Three-point attempt. He makes it 2-6. And another missed 3. Rebound. Any 44 or greater or offensive point guard versus defensive point guard. Well, the only guy who has a defensive of 44 or greater would be Clint Capella, so they get the rebound. And here comes Houston. 6 or better. We all know who that is. James Harden over Curry's defensive card, 7 steal. So Curry's done a good job of keeping Harden from firing shots. That's a fast break. Going to go to the small forward. Iguodala on the fast break, 11. Three-point attempt, 2-5 and 9. Oh, no good by Henry. Rebound. Offensive power forward greater than 23. None of those exist in this game as far as I can tell. Offensive center does get the rebound, though. Kevin. DeMarcus. Whoops. Did I get that right? Offensive rebound, DeMarcus going up inside column 6. He scores. 2 more for the Warriors. Keeping the lead at home here. Small forward, offense 9. Schubert. That's an outside bomber. 5's a pass. Point guard offense, 5. Looking for Harden. That's a 3-point attempt. 2 to 5 and 10. No good by Harden. He cannot buy a bucket. Matter of fact, James Harden is shooting 2 for 10. Rebound, offensive center, 20. Defensive shooting guard, +8. That's 18. Offensive rebound, Capella, good offensive rebounder. Capella's going to go up. 5. Good. Capella rebound basket, his first 2 of the game. And keeping the Rockets within shouting distance. 1:30 on the clock, small forward. Iguodala. Offense 7, that's outside. 6, that's a pass. Small forward, Andre Iguodala. Offense 5, that's inside shot. 7, assist. Iguodala with an automatic assist. Big A assist. 35-24. Points will go to the one of the other players. 1, 2. Cousins for 2. DeMarcus now with 7 and 7 boards. Warriors up 35-24. Whoa. Power forward. PJ Tucker 5. Offense 1 is just his inside column. He's going to pass it to the center. Goes into Capella. Offense 2, indoors, inside. 9, passes again. Got to get a shot off right now. Small forward. Schubert over the defensive Iguodala. 7, pass. We're going to make that a 24-second violation for Houston. Warrior ball. Power forward. KD. Offense 4. It's an inside shot. 11. It's good. Kevin Durant, another field goal. 37 on the board for the Warriors. Assist. Shooting guard 12. No. Down to 38 seconds. Shooting guard defense. Gordon over Clay, who's played some great defense so far. Steal by Clay. Turnover Gordon. Clay does not have to be an offensive threat in order to be a productive player for the Warriors. The fast break's going to go to Curry. Curry's fast break, column 10 is a P. Set it up 28 seconds. I think we get an extra clock turn here too because the amount of time coming off is a little bit less. Small forward. Iguodala. Offense 8 from outside. 9. Pass. 5 or better. It's these dudes. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. DeMarcus Cousins. Offense 8. Outside. 6. That's a 3-point attempt. 2 to 4 and 10. No good. Your big centers throwing up threes. Rebound, offensive power forward, 0. Defensive shooting guards plus a die. Gordon automatically has it. Ball goes to the point guard, offense 9. Harden from outside, 3, no. Completes his quarter with some horrendous shooting. Rebounded by the defensive power forward, greater than 14. And Durant has an 18, so the Warriors will play for the final shot of the period. Shooting guard offense 5. Klay Thompson outside. 7, no good by Klay. I'm going to go for the rebound here just to see if there's a fast break. Nope. Well, you get an offensive rebound if you're the small forward 5, defensive small forward 9. If I get a 5 or 6, it goes to Andre Iguodala. Nope. Rebound, Schubert. And that is the end of the first period. So what we have after one quarter is the Warriors winning 37-24. James Harden is just 2 for 11, 1 of 6 from 3. But you never know. That guy can catch fire. He only has 5 points, but you know he could finish the game with 35 or 40. PJ Tucker already has 9. He only averages 7. So there's a law of averages here that will not last too long. So anyway, this has been a demonstration of fast break pro basketball by Mark Vecellio. You can see it flows pretty smoothly. And I'm going to come back late in the fourth quarter and we will finish up this contest. All right, we're back here with 5:17 left in the fourth quarter. The Rockets have roared back. They were down 72-48 at halftime. They outscored the Warriors by 7 in the third and have clawed all the way back to within 6 points, 118-112. And the Warriors have lost Kevin Durant to 6 fouls. He got an offensive foul. Stephen Curry's playing safe with 5 fouls. And the Warriors are just hanging on for dear life here with 5 minutes to go here at Oracle Arena. I've got the time clock off screen, trying to make the cards a little bit bigger and easier to read. But we're going to play out this last 5 minutes and 12 seconds. Warrior ball, point guard defense. It's going to be Chris Paul's on defense of Stephen Curry. And that's an 8. And that's a foul on Paul. That's his 5th. So Paul will be playing safe as well. They need his offense. So anyway, that's only the second team foul. Warriors retain possession again. Point guard defense. One more time. And 7. That's a steal on playing safe. Steals become passes. So that was just a pass for the Warriors. Small forward playing the defensive center. Capella on defense, 9. That's a basket for Klay Thompson. What happened there? I got a little scoring error. All right, we're back here, and it's now 120-112. Key shot by Klay Thompson. Klay is at 19 points. Kenneth Faried staying in the game. He's been a beast this quarter with 8 points, some offensive boards. He's brought them back. 10, offense 4. He scores. Kenneth Faried. Give him 16 points on the game. It's 120-114. No assist. Down to 4:36 left. The power forward is Draymond. Offense 7. And that's a 7. That's a 3-point attempt. It's only good 2-4. No good. Draymond's got to take better shots. He's shot 4 3-pointers in this half. He has not hit on any of them. Rebound. Kenneth Faried. Fast break. That's going to be the point guard. Chris Paul all the way. 4 3-point attempt. 2-6 and 11. That's pretty good. No good. That would have been a huge shot. Rebound. Lowest of center, power forward versus defensive small forward. So I think is that offensive center? I'm guessing the lowest of the center or power forward. 20 versus defensive. Or maybe lowest of center. It doesn't say defensive center, though. Offensive center. Lowest of center, power forward versus defensive small forward. Yeah, it has to be offensive center or forward. So it's going to be Capella at center, and he's going to grab the offensive rebound. Because if it's a versus, they're not fighting each other on the same team for a rebound. Shot by Capella, 7. It's a pass. Warriors just hoping that clock moves a little bit faster. Center offense 2. It's a 6. It's good. Clint Capella squeezes the noose a little tighter. It's 120-116. Assisted by Paul. James Harden has up to 30 points. He has recovered from a very slow start. Small forward, that's Clay. Clay defended by Tucker. That's a 7. 3-point attempt. It's only 2 to 4 and 12, though. No good by Clay. Warriors have got to improve their shot selection. Too many wayward 3-point attempts. Rebound. Offensive power forward Green. And Green's going up. That's a 6. Assist. Draymond Green. Kind of a point forward on this team. And the basket's going to go to 1-2 DeMarcus Cousins. So it's 122-116. 4:15 left on the clock. Point guard. 10. Draws the foul. Assigned shooting guard. It is on Livingston. 3 team fouls. 2 shots for Paul. He's got the first. Got them both. Chris Paul, even though they're not making free throws, they are certainly making him in the clutch here. It's 122-118 now. We've got ourselves a game. I did not think we would. Center defense, Cousins over Capella. 10. It's good. DeMarcus Cousins comes right back. We've got some scoring going on now. 3:54 left in the game. Center defense, 5. It's good. No defense by DeMarcus Cousins. Capella just goes in and stuffs it in. Assisted by Chris Paul. We've got ourselves a great game. Down to 3:44. Center defense, 10. Good. Cousins and Capella playing that Matador defense. The Warriors still lead by 6. Assisted by Clay Thompson playing the small forward position due to the loss of Kevin Durant. And I've played on Iguodala 24 minutes, so got to give him some rest. Here comes the 1. We got these 2 guys, and we got that guy. Okay, well, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be James Harden. Defender is Livingston, 6. 3-point attempt, 2 to 4 and 11. No good by Harden. There's some good defensive 3-point defenders out there, if that makes any sense. Rebound, offensive center, Clint Capella. Clint's going up with it. 10. Draws the foul. It's on DeMarcus. That's his first foul. That is the 4th team foul. And Capella, not a great foul shooter, pops in the first free throw. And the second. The Rockets now finally hitting 61%. They'd be all tied up if they could have made their free throws earlier. Down to 3:23 to go. Power forward offense 2. That's an inside shot for Draymond Green. 8. Pass. Point guard Curry, offense 9. That's his outside column, 9. 3 ball on the way. Good. Stephen Curry, 22 points. He averages 27. And it's now 129-122. No assist on the play. 3:13 to go, small forward. Offense 1. That's a pass for P.J. Tucker. 3 or better. Let's see. We got a 4 and a 9 here. So we'll go 1 to 2, 3 to 6 on the rest. So it's going to go to Paul. Paul's going up. 5 assists. Chris Paul. 129, 124. That basket's going to go to 3. 1, 2, 3. Capella. Makes it 129, 124. Chris Paul on the game now has 12 assists. .252 left on the clock. Warriors. A 1. Well, they got a 7 and a 9 and a 4. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's Klay Thompson offense 9, 7 misfires. Rebound, offensive shooting guard, point guard. Well, we got a 7 for Livingston. Defensive point guard 14. Chris Paul. They've got a good set of rebounding guards. 2:42 left. Center. Capella 8. Misfires on the inside. Rebound. Center greater than 20. He is not. He is 20. Rebound Cousins. That close. 2:32. Small forward defense. 9. No good by Klay Thompson. Good D by Tucker. Rebound offensive center. Cousins goes up 6. He scores. Cousins 4 for 4 since coming back. He's got 23 points and 13 rebounds. A small cushion for the Warriors. 131, 124. 2:21 to go. Fareed playing his heart out. 9. He draws the foul. Signed to the defender, Draymond, his 4th. That's the 5th team foul. 2 shots for Fareed. 6 is good. 8 is no good. His first miss of the quarter from the field or from the foul line. Rebound, defensive power forward, Draymond Green. What a game we have here. Shooting guard. Livingston. Defense is Harden. 4. Blocked by Harden. Rebound regular. Defensive small forward, shooting guard, or point guard. Well, I believe it's going to be the shooting guard. 36 of Harden. Down to 2:01 left. Small forward offense 8. Pretty lame offensive column there. That's going to be an easy pass. 150 on the clock. 5. It's just James Harden. Outside offense 8. That's a 4 assist, James Harden. 131. 127. Points go to 4. Chris Paul gets the basket, playing with 5 fouls like Curry. And that's 17 for Chris Paul. 140 on the clock. Point guard Curry from outside. That's a 4. That's a 3-point attempt from downtown. 6, no good. Live by the 3, die by the 3. The Warriors are starting to die by the 3. Defensive power forward greater than 14. He sure is. Kenneth Fareed having a heck of a quarter and a heck of a game. 130 on the clock. Shooting guard offense 5. Well, that is Harden's outside shooting column. 3 ball on the way. No good. That 3 would have made this a tight game. Rebound offensive small forward +1 die. He needs a 4 or more to get it over Klay Thompson. And P.J. Tucker. Offensive rebound. Goes up 2. He draws the foul on that weird offensive rebounding card. The foul will be on the defender, Klay Thompson, his 2nd. 16 foul, 2 shots for Tucker. Makes it 2-7 and 9. It's good. It's a 3-point game. And he misses the second one. They need to work on their foul shooting. 131-128. The rebound on the free throws. The point guard of all things. It's Stephen Curry. And we're down to 1:19 to go. Curry over Paul. That's an 8. That's a basket because Paul is playing safe. Curry scores. 133-128. Small forward 10 on the assist. No. And let's see. We're at least 109. Roughly 109. We'll see how these cards play out. 9 or better. That's James Harden. Offense 5. Outside. 3-point attempt. And he missed again. He's missed 3 threes in a row. 4 field goal attempts in a row. Offensive center or power forward greater than 22. Neither one is greater than 22. So the defensive power forward or small forward. This will be Draymond Green securing a rebound. Shows 59 on the clock. 5 or better. It's just Curry or Cousins. We'll give it to Cousins. Offense 7. 3-point attempt by Cousins. And it's good. 3-pointer by Cousins. He's got 11 in the quarter since coming back. That's a huge 3-pointer. I think we've run out of time. The cards have run lower than I thought. It's center offense, too. It looks like we're down to the final couple cards here. It's Clint Capella, offense 2, and it's a 5. He scores. But that's all academic. The Warriors are going to win this game. Assisted by the power forward 3. Yes, Kenneth Faried, who had a fantastic game. Makes it 136-130. And that is the last card. So that is the buzzer card right there. Warriors outscored in the final period 45-34. This was not a defensive affair, folks. 136-130. Giving you the final numbers real quickly. Clint Capella threw in 22 points on 10 of 16 shooting. He also had 14 rebounds. The Rockets took 40 free throws and could only connect on 24 of them for 60%, by the way. Chris Paul, 17 points. He had 12 assists. And James Harden only shot 11 for 29, had 30 points, and 8 rebounds, 8 assists. So that Kenneth Faried, though, 5 of 7 from the floor, made a 3, 6 of 8 from the line. He also had 5 rebounds. He just 24 minutes, 17 points, almost brought them all the way back. For the Warriors, Draymond only had 2 points. 1 of 7 from the field. He did have 10 rebounds and 5 assists. Kevin Durant was cruising along until he fouled out. And he finished the game with 29 points on 12 of 21 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3. He had 8 rebounds and 7 assists. DeMarcus Cousins was just beastly this game. Despite 5 turnovers, he was 10 of 18 from the floor, 5 of 8 from the line. He had his 13 rebounds and 5 assists. Nearly the MVP, I'd almost say. Stephen Curry, 24 points, battled fouls, 7 of 13 from the floor. Klay Thompson, 19 points, 8 of 19 from the floor. Iguodala and Kevon Looney, both 4 of 5 from the floor. Sean Livingston, 4 of 7 from the floor. So they got some key performances off the bench. Warriors shoot 51%, 51.5% from the field, make 10 of 34. 3-point attempts, I think they average right around 34 3-point attempts per game. And I think the Rockets, who hit 14 of 45, average right around 45 3-point attempts per game. So that kind of is a testament to how well Mark Vecellio has replicated the 3-point field goal attempts per team per game. And this is just a 1-game sample, of course. Steals-wise, the Rockets had 10, led by Harden's 3. And the Warriors had 8 steals, 3 for Curry. Some block shots, 8 blocks for the Warriors, including 3 by Andre Iguodala. Rockets finished 47% from the field, 31% from 3, and 60% from the line, as I noted earlier. falling 136-130. This has been Rod's Tabletop Hoops. I hope you enjoyed the game and have a good evening.